God is writing our story.
My name is Carrie Ray. My innocence was stolen when I was very young, multiple times. I also had a very tumultuous childhood. There was a lot of chaos in my family. A lot of traumatic things happened to my sisters, and I'm the youngest of 3 girls. And my middle sister, from a very young age, had a lot of mental issues. Even though I had the best parents in the world, and they had the very best intentions, when you have a child that suffers or is going down the wrong path, as parents, all of your attention goes to that child. I felt like I was very alone for the majority of my life. I felt very unworthy of love, almost disgusted in my own body throughout most of my life, to the point where I'd almost just want to crawl out of myself, to just get some relief. It caused severe anxiety, severe depression, and really having nobody to turn to. I just internalized it all. I sought love in a lot of wrong places with people that didn't love me back. I gave of myself just so that, hoping that I would get that love back, and I never did. When I was 21, I met a guy. We dated very shortly, about 8 months, and it just felt so good to be loved back. So when my ex-husband asked me to marry him, that's all I'd ever wanted. I wanted to feel safe. I wanted to feel loved. I wanted to create this family that I'd always dreamed about having. After we'd gotten married, about 9 months after we'd been married, we had our first son. And shortly after that, my husband just withdrew. He became very depressed and withdrawn. And I thought, I'm having to do this on my own. I remember one night in the middle of the night, I got up and I was feeding my oldest, Carter. And I just started praying. And I just said, God, I can't do this on my own. I can't. You're gonna have to help me. I need you to take this child and show me how to raise him. After our second son, he withdrew again, didn't even come to take our son home from the hospital with me. Fast forward, my husband, after a surgery, had become very addicted to pain pills, just became more and more withdrawn, stopped working, and I pretty much had the weight of the family on my shoulders. I was working 2 to 3 jobs, taking care of our kids, everything like that. As it went on, he just became more emotionally abusive. One day I was out walking my dog, and I heard just as clear as day, prepare to be alone. And I had no idea, what that meant. I knew that, we had not been good. But 3 days later, I had stayed home sick from work. We had gotten into a disagreement. So as he was yelling at me, I just sat on the couch. And then he became very physical. It was a long, hard battle of a divorce. He would torment us. He would come in and break into the house and watch us eat. He would go through my car for hours at a time. He would break in whenever we were about to go to sleep. And it was a very long, drawn-out divorce and custody battle. And one day when I was in court, I thought, God, how can he be taking the most important things in my life, trying to take them away from me? And I just prayed. I just said, God, please take this from me. And I was filled with so much peace. He removed him from our lives eventually. After that, our life kind of started getting back together. I had met my husband now, Brett. I thought things were really looking up for us. And I started feeling bad for about 3 days. Brett had just recovered from a knee surgery. And so it was pretty hectic around our business. All of a sudden on the couch, I just lost consciousness. Come to find out, I had had a stroke. And all I can just remember thinking is, why could this be happening? I trusted you. How could when we just got things together? It was just a really long, hard battle. I couldn't take care of myself. I couldn't take care of our kids. Brett moved us into his house and began to take care of us. I started doing a little better, and about 8 months had gone by, and I was in a head-on car crash, and it just thoroughly messed me up. I couldn't use my left arm. I couldn't turn my neck. I couldn't use my back. I could barely walk. My ankle was messed up, and I was angry. I was so angry. I felt like he had abandoned me. And I felt like, how could all these things happen in my life and just continue to happen? It was exhausting. I slept a lot. I couldn't really do anything. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything for my family. Brett came to me one day and he said, I just need you to be really selfish with your time with God. And those words changed my life. I'd never had anybody tell me to be selfish with anything. I did. I was extremely selfish with my time with God. I didn't even know really where to start. And the more that I let him in, the more that he filled every dark corner of my life with light. He wanted to spend that time with me and heal me from all the things of my past. And what I soon realized is the days I didn't spend time with him, I would lose my temper faster. Things would get to me. I'd have more anxiety. So it was almost like my medicine that I had to take every morning. He wants to heal you from whatever your heart hurts from, but you have to have a relationship with him. Now that I'm at this point, I just can't keep quiet about it. I've been on depression medicine since I was 19 years old. I used to have stress-induced seizures because I just thought my shame was so big. And I'm not even on depression medicine anymore. I went from my neck being locked up for weeks at a time, not being able to use it, to no issues. My back, I couldn't pick up anything, couldn't hardly even take a breath. There's just so many things that he's healed me from. He's given me a husband that I'm equally yoked with. He's replaced my shame. He's replaced my self-loathing. I didn't even have a will to live at times, but he's replaced all of that with joy, peace, love, kindness, understanding. And it's only because of my daily relationship with him and my daily reading of the Word and sitting at his feet every day. Just the fact that I'm sitting here today telling my testimony, my family was shocked because this is not who I was. I was the one that I couldn't even answer the door when people came to the door. I would have to hide until they left because my anxiety was so great. Perfect love casts out all fear. And that's exactly what he did with me. He cast out all my fear and replaced it with just love. And I'll forever be thankful and grateful for him for that.